I'm back in the garden. I don't know if you saw my last video about forest floor gardening, and that's when I got everything planted. So I'll give you an update on how things are doing so far. And in that video, I explained that I was doing a very teeny tiny garden. And actually it's been really nice and easy to maintain. What I'm gonna do today is I'm just gonna tidy up the edges. I have to fix some rows because my dog keeps eating my row dividers, which is just what dogs do. And yeah, I just wanna make things look pretty and tidy because that's my love language, really. And I'm gonna plant a couple new things that I got. I realized I probably went a little bit too small and things are a little bit more manageable than I thought they would be. But I wanted to talk about something. I have this new philosophy on the garden. So here's my new philosophy on me in my garden. This is just me in my head, people, and what I'm thinking. So I did this race. I say race. It was a trail run on the weekend. And the principle is, so this is why I say it's race. You run 5 kilometers every hour and it's on a ski hill. So you're going up and you're coming down. And nothing is really timed. You just have to do the 5 kilometers within the hour and you can do as many laps as you want. And they're always on the hour. So it started at 11. I did 5K. I came back. It took me 49 minutes. I was in that first lap. I'm like dying. Let's be serious. I'm just totally dying. And I'm trying to keep up. Right? And then did finish. The downhill felt so good, but I mean, it's 5K. You can survive 5K. And I ran to the bathroom between laps, and when I got out, the second lap had started at 12, and I got out and I'm running at 12:01, and my 6-year-old's like, Mom, I want to come with you, and I'm trying to talk my 10-year-old into doing another lap. So I didn't get out until like 12:02. No big deal. Like, you have this hour and there's nobody like clocking your time as you come in, right? Okay, here's the thing. I was last. I was so last. There was nobody behind me and I could not catch up to anybody. And you think that this part of you would be like, I gotta catch up. That's like me. That's like how I am usually. I can't be last. That's embarrassing. Well, guess what? I loved it. I had my phone. I cranked my music. I was listening to whatever ridiculous music that just like got me going. And I'm thinking about what it's like to be in last place. And usually, and this is where it applies to my gardening, usually last place hurts and you're always just trying to get ahead. But now I'm applying this to my gardening and I'm thinking, I'm a last place gardener and I don't care. I have the smallest garden, probably of anybody I know. I'm not gonna grow enough food for our family. I'm literally just gonna grow enough food for us to like maybe having a salad. We might get a couple squash out of the deal. At this point, I'm not even sure. I'm gonna show you what there is, and it's like rather small. So this is my new philosophy. Last place garden, but not with a negative connotation, but with a positive feeling of no pressure. Do what you will. Enjoy the beautiful season. If I don't get something planted today, I don't care. The fact that I'm planting tomatoes at the late end of June doesn't even matter. It's amazing. Will I get tomatoes? Probably not. Who cares? It's just for fun. So let's see everything that we're gonna get done today. The first thing I'm doing is fixing this corner post on the second garden bed. Watch your toes, Sheila. And then putting my UV string back up. Timber just like chews through it. And the whole point is to kind of teach where the beds are. And this is the third bed that I'm setting up now. It has lemon balm and Jerusalem artichokes already growing into it, and I'll be adding into it today. And all the beds are about 36 inches with 12 to 18 inch paths. Okay, now that I have the third row staked out, I have a couple tomato plants that I was gifted, and they were meant to be watered last night automatically with all of my other plants and pots, but the sprinkler didn't go off and I didn't know it, and then they spent all morning roasting in the hot sun. This mulch is hard to dig through. Okay, so I'm gonna plant it, and you have to know that the health of the plant in the pot actually impacts how a tomato grows. And so usually if you're buying tomato plants from a farmer's market or a greenhouse, something that you wanna check is how the plant looks. So you don't want it to look like death, okay? And then how the plant looks inside. So this one isn't really, it's a tiny bit root bound, barely. So I would say that's good. I don't even know what kind it is. And this plant doesn't look good. It'll bounce back, but I'm already a last place gardener, so no pressure. And I love a little surprise. The surprise will be, it'll be, will it grow or will I get tomatoes? That's the surprise. Okay, so I'm trying to dig a hole, but oh my God, there's like so much mulch. But I think that's good. You wanna plant your tomato deep. That's the worst watering can. Pre-water your holes whenever you plant seedlings. I always do. Oh yeah, it does look it's a little root bound. Usually there's 2 stems here. I would cut one off, but I'm not gonna be picky. I'm just gonna cut off the bottom leaves. I'm gonna prune it a tiny bit and then get that in there. It really is not very healthy. Sorry, plant. Okay. That looks terrible. Well, last place can't hurt too bad. I don't have any more seeds to plant, but I will get more. After I finish planting my seeds the last time, I will just admit, I may have forgotten them outside. My dog may have shredded them all in this area. And my only carrots that germinated are the ones that were randomly scattered and not the ones that were painstakingly spread out. So this is how the rest of the other garden beds are doing. Shallots are doing good. You can see some of the nasturtiums are coming up. Some of the sunflowers germinated better. The not watering, I think, might have been a couple days. So this is what I call my far garden. I'm not gardening with it this year, and I'm actually going to be done with it. So we're gonna bring it back to nature. I don't feel incredibly bad about it because this garden had actually not been here before, and maybe one day I'll garden again, but I just don't want to cover it with black plastic. I used to garden with black row cover a lot, not this thin black plastic, but a different kind. And it really did save me. I did so much with it and I barely had to weed. But honestly, realizing that that stuff goes into your organs and your brain and your heart is just something I can't ignore anymore. So I'm ditching all the plastic, even when it's not on the garden, because this is just turning into no man's land here. And that's totally fine by me. So I mowed this down pretty good. All right, so it looks pretty good. Obviously it's not done. It hasn't quite returned to nature. In the back there is our raspberry patch. So I'm actually gonna get my husband to go through with our brush trimmer and just go right up to the edge. I have some tansy, wicked tansy, and it's really hard to cut through with the weed whack and really make it so that we can come in here and mow properly. Like I said, or did I mention my son, he's 10 and he looks after all of our lawn care, everything else, and he does a really good job. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you're welcome to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think I should be planting in the rest of that 3rd row, because I'm gonna go pick up some seeds and we'll see what the next succession contains. I'm thinking beets, but maybe flowers. What flowers can I start at the end of June? Wave petunias? I don't really wanna do wave petunias. All right, taking any and all suggestions. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.